Hey Fish Fam, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master. I'm here with my brother, and we are back with Mono Blue Merfolk to play with Cryptic Command. We have two in the main deck, one in the sideboard. You love Mono Blue Merfolk. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm sure it's cheaper to buy than Brazen Borrower. Is it? Does anyone know that? Can anyone confirm the nonsense that I just said? We won the die roll. We're going to keep this, and I'm actually pretty happy with this hand. We go turn 1, Ether Vial. Turn 2, I don't know what we're going to do, actually, because this is not a, honestly, this is not a good Ether Vial hand. Hopefully we draw creatures to use this Ether Vial. I mean, I guess I can play the Biomancer off the Ether Vial, but fact of the matter is I'm probably just going to play my lands and actually cast them because it'll be faster that way. Sleight of hand. We're up against Ad Nauseam. We have a decent chunk of cards in the sideboard. Actually, this hand is pretty good. All things considered, I think this hand is very good against Ad Nauseam for game 1 on the play, because we'll have early pressure and hopefully we can deal enough damage before they combo off. Good afternoon, Decide. Cryptic is like 3 ticks, so online people will love it. I really think the gameplay looks fun and their philosophy is promising. I was thinking about trying the game out. Oh. From my personal standpoint, I play too many games to get into another one. I more or less have to be all in on Magic. And then some video games, like Among Us. Among Us! Among Us! You might start seeing me playing some Among Us on this stream. And that's the thing. You probably you probably will start seeing me play Among Us, because I play other games. I play chess, I play Among Us. And now that I'm here, I'll have more room to stream in the evening. Just like, hey, I'm just kicking it back. All right, let's just throw the stream up. Let's go play some Among Us. Unfortunately, in the free-to-play area, I need to be part of some like good discords, or like any discord really. And they need to be wow, that was a really long sleight of hand. That was a very difficult decision by them. That was tough. Crypto, oh man, that was the nuts. We could not have drawn that better for game 1. We just need one more land for this. I really like the variety once in a while. I just like playing games. Hand-Tad Prism. Come on, land. I mean... You suck. I don't really want you at all. Does this threaten? Okay, if I play Glasspool Mimic on Master of the Pearl Trident, is this lethal? We attack for 6. Following turn, we have 12-ish power on the battlefield. No, we have 13. Oh, but if I draw a land, I guess it will be technically lethal. So I guess that's the best play. But I really want sort of loot with Biomancer, dump this Master of Waves, and then on the following turn I can play Mimic and hold up Cryptic. I want to land for Cryptic Command, but it's just probably not worth it. Wall of Sloth. Just a really difficult sleight of hand. You never know. You never know. They're playing carefully. Serum Visions, go for it. It's 4-color Dragonstorm, you guys. Thassa's Oracle. This is looking sus here. Which of us is the imposter? We always bring this up when Thassa's Oracle's on the battlefield. They put a card on top of their library. They found something they like. Well, I can't win this turn, right? So we might as well just play this Castle Vantress, attack for 9, then pass, and then pending what they do. Oh, it was so close to. There's one imposter remaining. Yeah. You can't stand this deck? What, Ad Nauseam? Ad Nauseam, in the grand scheme of things, this is a very fair combo deck. Like, it doesn't get more fair than this.
Just got to counter the next thing.
If they have something to counter. Don't have force. I don't know how many force negations do they have in the main. They have something. Let's see if this main deck Cryptic Command is just as good as main deck Force and Negation.
There it is.
What do I want to do? Counter target spell, draw a card? I guess so. No Force and Negation. Don't do it. Don't do it to me. Well, they're not resigning yet. Fuck. They had it. I think our opponent's new to this deck. So maybe, because they're with the pace of their play, let's see if they know how to hold priority then. This might be a little waste of our time, but so often I'll force my Ad Nauseam opponents to prove that they know how to win with this deck online, even though technically they should win. Oh, sorry, not I meant Pact of Negation, not force and negation. If I said force. Nikachu, do you have a lot of wires all over the place in your stream setup? No, I have no wire. There's no electrical. This is we're in storage. We're in storage right now. We're north storage. Actually, could we say this is the admin room? We're an admin. Score is 1-1 so far this league. This is again another good matchup for like we could have attacked for lethal last turn if we were playing Simic. I mean, I guess they had the if they only had one Angel's Grace, then we could have won. Well, if they didn't have another, they would prevent them from having an Ad Nauseam this turn. Or it would have prevented them from having an Angel's Grace for Ad Nauseam this turn if we had to force them to burn it a turn earlier. Nikachu, do you have a lot of... Oh, I read that one. Okay, do you know how to hold priority? This is very important to your deck. I don't care if you're supposed to win here. Oh, actually, maybe I guess they can just try to win with not Lightning Storm. They just burned 2 Simian Spirit Guides on this. Oh, I see. Okay. They're playing a Pentap Prism to play Thassa's Oracle. That's a cute way of winning. Okay. So we want just all the counter spells, basically. Maybe the Damping Spheres. This is interesting. It will prevent them from getting anything out of their Thassa's Oracle. Creatures entering the battlefield don't cause... Okay, what are we taking out first? We're taking out Master of Waves. We're taking out Dismember. Take out a Harbinger. Take out another Harbinger. Damping Sphere is not great, but it's not terrible. 27 creatures still. They'll just go for the Lightning Storm, so they'll just play 1 Damping Sphere. Submit. I don't think Torpor Orb is enough. I mean, it interacts with Thassa's Oracle, but they can just win with Lightning Storm. Is Remand any good in Merfolk? Remand may not be good in Modern. Remand used to be good in Merfolk, when Remand was very good in Modern. Right now, Remand is very poor. I know decks still play Remand, but for the most part, The meta needs to be clunky for it to be good. Oh, I'm sorry, everyone. I hate that. I wish by default it would just show the card view. I think this is very. I think this is just the superior way of just looking at your deck. Display by pile sucks. It's good for draft if you want to look at your curve, and sure, like whatever. It's good to have the option available, but at the end of the day, I want to see all the cards. I use both pile and card view. Says El Rodeo San. I hope this league doesn't end up being like a reason why you should be playing Simic Merfolk. For looking at my curve, exactly. The fact that you can force an Ad Nauseam player like honestly, that was pretty bad for us. That we go turn one, we have a great curve, and we have multiple lords, and we still can't beat Ad Nauseam. That was not a really good showing for us. And we won the die roll. Um I think I'm gonna mulligan this hand because Cryptic Command is not gonna work well with a hand that's gonna force me to tap. I think it's gonna force me to tap out. Like I have a very bad clock. I have a very bad clock here. I have a bit too much interaction. If I had like a 2-drop Merfolk, that would be good. I mean, maybe the Mutavault. It's got some good stuff going for it, but if I want to be attacking with Mutavault, I'm not holding up Cryptic Command. Hmm. I'll keep it, but I don't feel very good about it. When you lay out your paper deck, do you make little stacks like card view, or do you? I use a pile. I make a pile view, but at least in the pile view, I try to see. It's like a mix of two actually. I'll have card view, but I'll put all, my entire stack in a pile. Lord Magicus says mull. Here's my plan. I'm hoping to get Reejery into Glasspool Mimic, copy the Reejery. I hope I'm still alive, and then all future cards that I draw will basically be for free. That's my plan. I can cast the creatures, untap the lands. I won't attack with Mutavault, but this is what it's going to be. And hopefully this slows them down just as much as it's slowing me down. Well. You're actually still sort of useless because these are very expensive cards. I'm going to play you very much later. Yeah, I want to get this Damping Sphere out right now. Yeah, well, we got the land for our Ether Vial, so that's some good news. I mean, got the land for our Cryptic Command. Phyrexian on life? Yep. Alright, so they might just win next turn. I could play Master of the Pearl Trident, untap a land, attack with Mutavault for 7. They go to 13.
Oh, you could just
Then I
hold
can
back
play,
Cryptic.
and then if I draw a land, I could play Glasspool Mimic next turn and attack for victory. Or I play Glasspool Mimic here. Generally against Ad Nauseam, you should take the line that actually just puts their life total from 20 to 0 as quickly as possible. Because every single turn that you don't actually do that, I mean, and they have even more time with the stupid Phyrexian on life on the battlefield. Okay, I'll just do this, I guess. And I'm going to hope that they just play into our Cryptic Command the turn afterwards. Oh yeah, they can't. They might not be able to win through a Damping Sphere. So, maybe not. Damping Sphere is going to work for us. And then the following turn, we can play Master of the Pearl Trident, untap 2 lands, hold up Cryptic Command. Yeah, I didn't think about them winning through the Damping Sphere. This is actually slowing them down. Well, okay, that changes a lot. Because now I might want to hold up. Or do I? Yeah, I think in this situation I might want to hold up extra stuff. I might want the blue mana. Okay, again, they can't combo right now. I'll attack them with this Mutavault. How much damage can I do? I can deal 4, 8, 13? Not enough. Yeah, I'm just going to attack with these things. And then in the following turn, I'll have Cryptic and Master of the Pearl Trident up. Is this enough? Ah, it's so close. I don't know. I don't know what the right move was. Good point, Lord Magicus. I still need mana to cast this thing and this thing at the same time. Same with them. This is actually turning into quite the beating. So correct line was actually play Master of the Pearl Trident, untap 2 lands, attack with Mutavault, and maybe hold up Force for their turn, if that was even necessary. Maybe I'm underrating this card. Yeah, we can bounce the on life on my turn. I can still play this Master of the Pearl Trident for free at any moment. Damping Sphere and Force Negation is nearly unbeatable by them, in my opinion. I was in the exact same situation once or twice. Because it's really hard for them to protect their combo with this thing on the battlefield. Okay. Attack for 8. Actually, I can also play Trickster at their upkeep and tap down some of their lands if necessary. Force them to do something if they want to go off at all. Maybe it's a bit risky. Or maybe it's not. Let's say they play a land, they play Ad Nauseam, and they have Pact of Negation in hand. They can pay for it. So the better line for me might be, oh, but if I Trickster tap lands, they go Ad Nauseam, I force, I pitch my Cryptic Command. That will really suck. I really need one more land that turn. Think bounce unlife at end step is okay. Or I guess they still can't combo off, even if they have a land. It's not even a big deal. Yeah, like what can you do with your Ad Nauseam? Nothing. Basically, just literally nothing. So am I doing anything at their upkeep? Okay, so if I upkeep, tap stuff down, is that relevant? You can't play Ad Nauseam because you can't do anything with it. I don't think there's any particular inherent advantage to me having this Trickster on the battlefield. Okay, maybe I'll just let them do their thing. Ad Nauseam plus 1 mana doesn't do anything when everything after costs 1. Yeah. Everything to combo off afterwards still costs too much mana. Like each prism that they would want to play with their Simian Spirit Guides still costs an extra mana, so they really can't do anything. Yeah, I know. Well, that was I was thinking. I could try to go for tapping some lands at their upkeep, but I don't know what it accomplishes. Oh, you know what I could do? Did they just play the City of Brass? I can now tap it with Trickster, and that will force them to play. That will force them to play a what's it called? Another Angel's Grace, because that's going to put their life total to 0. That's great. You work for me now, City of Brass. Got to find those little niche interactions here. Grind down this Ad Nauseam player. Ta-da! Tap this, tap white mana. I should have played Mana Confluence. Is there a big difference here? Is this like a bad... Is this like a budget card for them? I can't remember. I know there's... Yeah, I think this is just the wrong card, right? Aren't they supposed to play with Mana Confluence? Or is this one better? I can't remember what Mana Confluence says. Or is this one better because it goes on the stack and you can win with it on the stack? So this is the better one. Confluence is loss of life. They can't use Confluence, so this is the better one. Oh, they can't pay life once they have negative life. That's a problem. So it's a non-bow with Phyrexian on life. I just remember like there's two cards that are very similar, but one of them is just way worse than the other one. Kalingi, subscribe for 5 months. Thank you very much with Prime. Absolutely, you send that Jeff Bezos bucks this way. What do you think about Jeff Bezos and his bucks? He's supposed to become like the... Well, he's the richest person in the world, but he's on course to becoming like the way richest person in the world. The world will be renamed to Bezos in due time. I wonder if our opponent is like sulking over this interaction. Like, what do I do?
Because he's got to pay life, right? He's got to pay the one life.
Yes. Well, you're not gonna die. You have a Phyrexian on life on the battlefield. Yeah, you're gonna do something. You want to Ad Nauseam? I don't know where that's gonna get you, but I guess I just force this. Like there's no way for them to like interact, right?
They're done.
Yeah. I pay the one. Because they can't play, they don't have mana to interact with this, and then I'll just kill them with my creatures next turn. There we go. M515. They got to see the. Oh no, they already knew I had Cryptic Command in the deck. Oh, what if they have Simian Spirit Guide into Pact of Negation? Well, there's nothing they can do about it though. Into Pact of Negation. Solid end step. We'll go to a game 3. So we had a clunky hand, but what we learned was Damping Sphere actually makes their deck really clunky too. Yeah, they'd be screwed with the Pact. They can counter it, but they can't do anything with their turn. I think Damping Sphere with Counterspell backup is a solid card. I don't think you can depend on Damping Sphere by itself, but maybe a Fast Clock plus Damping Sphere is good, or Damping Sphere backed up with Counterspells. We might win this match on time. I don't know what they're thinking about. There's like nothing to do here.
No, they're probably just running up the clock.
That's fine. It's their clock that they're running out. It is impressively well designed, though, how it hates on both big mana and storm style combo. Well, it's easy. You just have to have 2 lines of text on here. Like, they have 2 paragraphs. If a land is tapped for 2 or more mana, it produces colorless instead of any other type and amount. They literally could have just made that card by itself. 2 mana, it does that, period. Each spell a player casts costs 1 more to cast for each other spell that player has cast this turn. They easily could have made another artifact. They could have made one artifact called Damping and another artifact called Sphere, but instead they literally made 2 artifacts in one. Like these, okay, it affects. No. It's literally 2 completely different abilities attached to one artifact. That's why it seems like it works like that. That's why it works so it's so well designed to beat several decks because they literally put 2 cards in one hate card. If you control both Damping and Sphere, you win the game. Okay, we won. They conceded. They realized, okay, it's over. Gotta get all 5 pieces of Exodia. Okay, well, let's put another Damping Sphere in, I guess. Get rid of a Silvergill Adept. Actually, Silvergill is not too bad in Ad Nauseam. Get rid of a Trickster, maybe. Silvergill is not too bad because you do want to draw into other. It honestly, it so much depends on the counter spells. If you don't have many counter spells, you don't have many good ways of winning this game. It's all on the counter spells. You have a lot of counter spells, you have a lot of interaction, you can beat Ad Nauseam. You don't even need to be very fast. But you do need a lot of interaction. I have a decent chunk of interaction here. Almost to 6 cards. This is tempting. Because if I draw one island, I mean I definitely have Force Negation here, but if I don't draw the island, I'm screwed. It's a high risk hand. This will get dumped to Force Negation. Both these hands were tough keeps. And a hand sort of gets better when they mulligan. A hand gets a lot better when they mulligan. I just don't want to have a non-game. But I think this is going to be a tough matchup, and this hand has a lot of things that I want. But I don't think I can afford 1 turn missing a land draw. 22 lands! You never get lucky drawing the second land. I know! I'm accounting for that too. Like, I never draw my second land. It's like I'll never draw a land if I keep 1 landers. See, this hand has a lot of cards, but no interaction. None. They kept 6. That first hand was way better than this. Like this I don't even like Silvergill that much. Okay, I'm gonna keep this, and we gotta pray that we draw into. Actually, maybe cancel that. Maybe I discard the Mimic and I just hope, I pray to draw into. Oh, but this is still a land. Okay, we'll dump Silvergill Adept. No need to me. If you draw one force, yeah, but I don't. I have a bad clock. That's a problem with hands like this. Silvergill Adept is not a good clock. It's good for drawing into stuff, but it's a bad clock. If you draw one force, no, but that's another thing. You need more than one. Ad Nauseam can fight through one piece of counter magic very easily, and that's what I said like earlier, that you need multiple pieces against Ad Nauseam. Like you're in good shape if you have multiple pieces. Island, it would help so much here. Oh, excellent. All right, so we can cast these things on curve and then go Glass Pool into Cryptic Command on curve, hopefully. All right, that I'm sort of happy to see that. Still need to land and another piece of counter magic though. Oh no, what is this? Phyrexian on life. Oh well. Okay, that's good news too, because we'll have Cryptic Command ready by next turn. We might be dead by next turn, but we'll have Cryptic Command ready. So I could go Master of the Pearl Trident, attack for 8. Next turn we have... I can't attack with the Mutavault actually next turn. Play Master of the Pearl Trident so it doesn't get... so we don't get hit by, what's it called? Thassa's Oracle. Because this will buff up the Thassa's Oracle. Why not siding in Torpor Orb? Isn't Ad Nauseam... Well, they're playing Thassa's Oracle, but they don't need to win with Thassa's Oracle. They can just play Lightning Storm and win. Fuck. That's bad news. Alright. We need to rebuild our board. They're missing a land, so I get a turn to empty my hand here. I get one turn to empty my hand. Damn it, now I'm drawing the interaction. The gemstone mines are on short lifespan too. Yeah, no Lotus from our opponent. Unlucky for them. They're gonna have one shot at comboing off, because then these gemstone mines are gone. Okay, now I gotta start attacking for 2. What do I do? Yeah, I'm gonna attack for 2, play Castle Vantress, and I think... Oh, actually, no, I can try to bounce this thing right now, right? If I bounce this, if you want to replay it, you're gonna have to sacrifice at least a gemstone mine. I can bounce draw. Unless you draw a land, then it doesn't change anything. If I scry 2 at end step, I don't know if it's meaningful enough. Okay, they're choked on mana. They have... I know I have 2 counter spells. I don't, but I don't like my clock. And they can still combo off on my turn as it is. If I Cryptic Command... I think I'm going to Cryptic Command bounce. If I bounce this, force them to replay it, they would have to sacrifice their Gemstone Mine unless they top deck an untapped land. Also, if I get the Cryptic Command out of my hand and I draw, like, say, a Lord, then I have the option to potentially start, like, play the Lord, attack with Mutavault, and I still have Force Negation up. Turn target permanent sits on his hand, draw a card. That was swiftly done. Alright, pass. I'll have one counter, but they're choked on mana, so I want to take advantage of the... They probably have unlimited interaction in hand, by the way. Unlimited. And I still have no clock on the battlefield. Because I can't tap the Mutavault. Every single time I tap the Mutavault, I don't have Cryptic Command up. Bounce, draw, loses to Oracle plus spoils, which should be unlikely enough. If they got it, they got it. Wonder, do they have 2 Simian Spirit Guides now? Simian, they can go Angel's Grace, 2 Simian Spirit Guides, I would do it. But they might have gone for that like a turn earlier. Yes, yes, yes! It might have looked greedy, Lord Magicus, but given the fact that my opponent's missing land drops, I like this line. I got another fucking Cryptic Command. Now what do I do? Bouncing the Unlife doesn't look very good anymore.
Swing for 5.
I can't hold up both these things. I couldn't hold them up last turn, and I still can't hold them up. I don't want to pray. I can Cryptic again. We can Cryptic this thing again. We can Cryptic tap it again. Or like bounce draw. That's totally a line. Oh shoot, this doesn't work the way I want it to, but like it would be good if I can bounce this back to my hand. Is there any way I can use this though? Return target permanent back to my hand. Because then I could use that for Force of Negation. But they're just going to counter this, then I never really get this back to my hand. I don't want to pray. I want to just win. I can attack for 5. They can replay Unlife, and it still buys me another turn. Which is unfortunate. I know, they don't lose the land. They were lucky they drew that land. They were lucky. I guess... Okay, what can we beat? I guess we can beat a handful of Angel's Graces and like Ad Nauseams and no counter spells. Like, that's something we could beat. There's no guarantee that they can even cast. Okay, I guess I'll attack for 5 in this situation. There's no guarantee that they can even cast Ad Nauseam next turn, because they lost a land. We know they still need to top deck a mana source. And we still have the option. End of turn, bounce Unlife. We just have to hope they don't have a counterspell in hand. That's just the most important thing. We could theoretically draw a... I don't know what we could theoretically draw. Why do you have to peel lands? My plan was perfect. I'm assuming we're dead. If I could, I would have bounced this on my turn and bounced this. Well, if they might be taking their time because they just do that. They've been doing that. They took their sweet time resigning last game. They've been very patient. with their turns. So, I mean, we could be lost, and they're just thinking of what is the best way of going about this victory that plays around the most cards from us. So I think in this scenario, I don't think they're double queuing. I think their pace of play is very consistent. I think people are double queuing me when they are playing, what's it called? When they play like really fast in some moments, and then they do absolutely nothing in others. Usually from burn decks and prowess decks. The scum. Those burn and prowess players, they're scum. The double queuers. I don't get that from the Jund players. I don't get that even from the control players that double queue. No, that's not nice. Bolt you, yeah. Hopefully they're dead. It's up to them, though. So close. I guess if they go for anything, we have to force a negation so that if it resolves, we can play Cryptic Command, bounce on life, and win on our turn. I guess their spot is okay. If they really are in a tough spot here, they're probably considering, do I Ad Nauseam right now? Do they Ad Nauseam on my turn? Because they know they're going to lose a land out of this. Because the upside to playing Force Negation here. Well, I guess I could also go Cryptic Command, counter, bounce, unlife. That works too. Like, there's no difference. Let's have to worry about Simian Spirit Guide into Simian Spirit Guide into Manamorphose into Spell Pierce. All right, here it comes. Here they go. They're gonna do it. It's gone.
It's all tapped out. Counter, hope to draw a card that you can toss to force negation.
No, but like if this gets countered, it just gets countered.
Three.
Yeah, if they have a counter, I lose no matter what. All right, that worked. Sweet. Wow, so much mana. We got there. We got there. I think Simic would have done a lot better job, but do you know what? Mono Blue had what it took. And do you know what card helped us get there? Cryptic Command. In a really clunky way, but it still worked. We were bouncing that stupid thing over and over again, drawing into, I don't know, more stuff. It was still a counterspell, all right? Get off my back. This was so clunky together, but still, a counterspell was a counterspell. And wish it helped us in game one, but unfortunately they had the Force Negation. But it was a counterspell. Something Spreading Seas cannot do, all right? Spreading Seas does not counter anything, except for maybe Utopia Sprawl. So that's for everyone watching live on stream, we are going to continue on with the league. But for everyone on the replay on YouTube, that's our game for today. So we're going to thank all my patrons and Twitch subscribers for supporting the channel. We're also going to thank our sponsors, themanabase.com and Mana Traders. This has been Nikachu with his brother playing Cryptic Command Merfolk in Modern.